So here we go. Just speaking with Moshe Ali Bey. I got my boy Max with me.
Hello world.
We're gonna just talk about episode 1.
Yeah, we just speaking.
Who controls your thinking?
That's very interesting, bro. That's very interesting.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Vibe with us. My brother, when was the last time you had a thought that didn't come from a screen?
Well, I would say I had a thought that came from a screen today. I would say I get downloads from, a higher power. Some people may call it the Akasha records. Some people may not have no understanding of that, but I try to stay away from the screen as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Even though I enjoy it, certain aspects, but I try not to let that dominate what I'm processing every day. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I feel like if I did that, then I would be letting those things sway me, and I don't want to do that. I have to be me.
How often do you react before you actually think?
Oh, no, that's a good one. Now, I'm still in the process of that. Like, it all depends on the situation. Like, I would say, if it had something to do with like my kids or like a spur of the moment situation of like violence, then you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna think, I'm just gonna react in that situation, regarding, the premise of what's going on. Outside of that, though, I try to be very forward thinking. I'm gonna try to think first before, what I'm saying? Smarter, not harder, so I always try to apply that into my life, so I don't wanna just do anything erratic. Now, when I was younger, oh my God. Now, that was a whole other person. That was a whole other person. It was react first, no thinking. No, I'm not, none whatsoever. Just like that. So I'm having, boom, I'm reacting. And, it's been, it was good. It was some good in that, but it was a lot of bad in that, because sometimes I overreacted to situations. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is. You can overreact to a situation, not getting a true understanding of what's going on. And then you can put yourself in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? By not saying, nobody's the biggest, toughest of anything. So you got to know what's going on around you. So if you just do something, you're reacting, and not know that it's 5 dudes standing behind you, but you just know, but it's 5 dudes standing behind you. So you gotta pick your battles. So you know what I'm saying? In life, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta be smart. You know what I'm saying? At my age now, I'm 44. I'm like telling me about to be 45 in 2 days actually. And
happy early birthday.
Thank you, appreciate that, brother. And I'm still a work in progress when it comes to that in certain situations. But for the most part, I'm thinking I have too much to be concerned with to not think now. You know what I'm saying?
Who benefits from your emotional reactions?
That's a good one. I would say me and whoever I'm having that, conversation, situation with. I think it benefits both of us, because if I'm not thinking and I'm going irate and everything, that doesn't benefit you on the receiving end of some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other end, it doesn't serve me to get my head popped. You know what I'm saying? To get my head knocked in for when I'm, for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So, not in a literal sense, but figuratively, you know what I'm saying? I like to kind of equate things to the physical nature, because, we're physical people, and that kind of applies towards everything. So, But yeah, I don't think
Stay with me.
I'm with you. I'm just processing. I'm processing. That was a good question, so I'm just processing it.
It's about to get better.
I believe it. I believe it. Very intelligent young brother, and I know you built this platform for a good purpose and a good,
Absolutely,
good reason to, to help the people. But let me see. I think that it plays two parts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just overly one way. I think it benefits both parties in either spectrum. Whether you know what I'm saying. I think it benefits everyone. But mainly you with your peace, if you're thinking of that nature, with your sense of peace and understanding with yourself. So, yeah, it's kind of like a dual. But with anything, there's a lot of duality in everything. You know what I'm saying? So
one of my favorite words.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People don't realize that, but it's duality in everything. Every life is duality. You know what I'm saying? Everything is duality. You know what I'm saying? It would be no left without right, no up without down, no yin without yang. You know what I'm saying? So you need both for things to operate. You know, the sun and the moon. You know what I'm saying? So you need both.
Good and evil.
Good and evil. Like they you know, I don't even say good and evil. I say light and dark. Because they broke everything down into good and evil, but it's more to it than that, because it's with the light and the dark, and on both sides of the light and the dark. Just because it's dark, that don't mean it's evil. Just because it's light, that don't mean it's good.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do love that aspect. I do love the aspect, and I you know, I speak on that a lot with duality and how important that is, because it's one of the biggest aspects of our lives that we really kind of take for granted. And if we delve more into it, I think that people will have a better understanding of life. You know what I'm saying?
You ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
If your thoughts were truly yours, how would your life look different?
If your thoughts were truly yours, how would your life look different? I believe if you actually everything was truly what you wanted things to be, what you perceived your mind for things to be, then everything would be great. But it is a lot of external forces. There's a million external forces that are in place and for a reason. It's not no accident or coincidence. It is by design. You know, you can go back to Rome where they had the Colosseum with the gladiators and all that. So it's just like the modern day with the Super Bowl and the stadium, and it's the same thing. You have to sway the minds of the masses. You know what I'm saying? Any power, that is how you control. That's that's how you control the people. You know what I'm saying? But through religion and through what would you say, distractions, basically. Like, we're gonna keep you so distracted from what's really going on that you're oblivious to what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep you so into this world of basically how you put it, excess and the lower nature, the root nature, everything is tied to your root nature. So they push all that on you, and so now you're blinded. You have blinders on.
That low vibration.
That low vibration to keep you in that low vibration. Excuse me. So you can't rise. You know what I'm saying? and vibrate on a higher frequency. So that's been going on for a long time though. Like, when you look at it, that's been in play for eons. I would say, like, now, because that's what you go and look back at the Roman culture. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? How long ago was that? In things, history goes way back beyond that. So, and how it got to that point, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that was a big thing.
Absolutely. Well, fifth and final question. What would change if you paused before every reaction this week? What would change if you paused before every reaction this week?
I think if you paused, you would give yourself a moment of clarity, regardless of what situation.
Don't answer the question in third person. I'm asking you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What would change if you paused?
If I pause,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I would be thinking more clearly. You feel what I'm saying? I would make a better decision.
So you didn't have a reaction this week.
Oh, you're gonna always react. You're gonna react to something.
Well, I need you to answer the question then. Like, what would change if you paused before every reaction this week? You got to give me something real. You
would make a better decision. I would make a better decision.
What would have changed?
I probably.
You giving me them GMO?
I probably would have gave myself
them GMO
time to process what would be the best, step moving forward from that point, regarding whatever situation, it is. I think for me, because I tend to be, like I said, I tend to be a little high. And I'm working on that, so I tend to be a little hot-headed. You know what I'm saying at times. So for me, a pause I think would be a good thing for me. Pausing would be good. It'd give me a moment of clarity to really process it and make a better decision than going off, just reacting. But it all depends. You know what I'm saying? It really all depends on what's going on in the situation. But for the most part, yeah, you would have to. That works better for me.
So the situation you was going through last week, you got over that, huh?
Yeah, what situation was that? I tend to
remember you was going through something. We was in the truck, and I was like, man, let's just don't even talk about that right now.
Oh,
yeah, you remember?
Oh, what was I talking about?
You got through that. You climbed that mountain.
Yeah. Like
that's what we initially was getting the podcast going on about.
Well, we was talking about a lot that day. That's what I wanted to hear the audio that we had did, because I was trying to see where we come from.
Why did I need a hug that day?
Why did I need a hug that day? I did need a hug that day. You know what I'm saying? I did need a hug. Cause I be going through it, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I be going through it. I be stressed out, man.
That's what the podcast was initially.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta stay strong for who I am and for my family. So I'm always the strong one. You know what I'm saying? I'm always the one that's like taking over and taking charge to make everything right. You feel what I'm saying? So, but a lot of times there's nobody there when, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm going through shit, or when I'm feeling the way, when I'm having a moment or whatever. There's not too many people that's like, hey, bro, it's going to be all right.
I know,
you feel what I'm saying?
That's why I done got to that point. I got to the point where I just want to have a moment of clarity and moments of silence.
That's what.
Because the moment of silence leads to the moment of clarity.
Absolutely. So that's why I be to myself a lot, because it gives me time to think.
If you can't quiet all that mental chatter.
Yeah, I be having to, block everything that's going on, the world, you know what I'm saying? Everything for a moment for me to process what I need to do.
Atlanta's a hard place to make it.
Oh yeah, it can be.
No, it is.
It could be
because it's like everybody on the hamster wheel fighting for a little bit of cheese.
But it's a lot of cheese. It's enough cheese for everybody. But I think what it is,
no,
it's the mentality of people nowadays.
It seems like it's enough for everybody, but I don't think it is.
It's enough. It's always going to be enough. The world is abundant. It's always going to be abundant. It's just what spaces and niches you delve into.
And the world is not in an abundant mentality.
Oh no, shit. That's what they. No, they in the abundant mentality because they think everything. They think money growing trees. They think shit growing like my kids. I don't know. I guess they spoiled. They think shit growing trees. But they swear. They swear when it's the first and you asking me for this, and then I just had to take care of this for you, and then you still say, hey, let me get that. I said, yeah, if abundance, I guess because you've had nothing. You ain't seen nothing but that. So I guess that's kind of my fault, but it ain't a bad thing because I did right and gave my kids. I try to give my kids what I didn't have. You feel what I'm saying? And I always said I was going to be able to provide for mine where I didn't, the shit, what I couldn't because I took care of my family. I was just a young boy. I raised I basically raised my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I was a breadwinner as a young age. Coming in, putting money in, getting money for the bills. Since a youngin'. When my papa, when I was 9, my father died military. He was died in a helicopter crash. So the folks came to the house and said, brought the letter, put the flag, all that stuff, right? My mama told me that I'll never forget that shit. I was 9 years old. She said, "You the man of the house." And I think I took that shit a little too little. You know what I'm saying? I took that shit all the way to heart. You feel what I'm saying? Like
you still walking around with it to this day?
I still walk around with it to this day. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's funny you said that thing. It kind of took for you to say that for me to even realize that. Like, yeah, I've been walking around with that shit to this from then to now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to. It's I have to do. And I sacrifice so much, bro, for family. You feel what I'm saying? To make sure shit go right.
Do you think in your subconscious you thought like, ain't nobody my daddy? Do at that moment, or can't nobody tell me what to do?
Yeah. And you can't tell me shit. What can you tell me unless you helping me? Unless you a male figure that I look up to and respect, you can't tell me shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like my uncle, my granddaddy, yeah, I still had that influence, you feel what I'm saying, of great men, real great men. And I think that's what kept me, I ain't gonna say I think, I know that's part of it that kept me, even though I went straight, but I came back, you feel what I'm saying? I think that's why, because of the positive influence that I had and I saw, you know what I'm saying, growing up, it wasn't all bad, you know what I'm saying? I went through some shit and and I could tell, I could tell the, I'm saying, the chat, the world, some real shit, you know what I'm saying? And dealing with those aspects of life and processing and growing up, you feel what I'm saying? And having to, deal with shit, you know what I'm saying? Like deep personal shit that'll, for some people that ain't strong, you know what I'm saying? They might not be able to handle it.
We're gonna save that for another episode.
We're gonna save that. We just gonna we gonna sprinkle a little on the pot, man, you know what I'm saying? Put a little Salt Bay on that thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, that was real good.
Right.
What else you got for me, man? What else you got for me, man? I'm feeling good now. I'm in the flow now, you know what I'm saying? We can keep going, man.
We're gonna wrap this up, and appreciate y'all for listening. Check for us later on in the future.
That's right, man.
On the podcast.
On all platforms.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Moshe Ali Bey, speaking about pain in brothers and mental health.
We're going to put a little entertainment in there for y'all too, man. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to bless y'all, man. We're going to bless you. Not stress you, we're going to bless you.
And current events. So, if you want to be enlightened,
man, come on over here, man. Come on over here.
Check us out.
Come on over. The door open for you.
Absolutely. Peace.